Namaste, hello, it's lovely to connect with you today. My name's Leanne Peters. I'm from templeofbalance.com.au, Temple of Balance on Facebook and Temple of Balance on YouTube, and I'm here to share some guidance for Monday and Tuesday. It's a bit strange doing it not on a live stream, but as you'll know if you've watched my last 3 or 4 live streams or the recordings of them, the visual is just terrible and freezing every few seconds. So until that's fixed or changed, whatever the problem might be, I will be sharing the guidance via my old-fashioned video camera. Well, it's not that old-fashioned, but you know, the old-fashioned method. So it's a bit sad that I'm not streaming live, because it's nice to, I think, even though I might not talk to you, those people that watch live, there is just a nice feeling to connect with you in that moment. So you probably feel that too. So I do apologise, and I trust that the problems with streaming will be fixed or changed very, very soon. So in the meantime, we have this. So I'm not coming to you live. Well, it's live for me now, but not live when you watch this. It is Monday here. I'm coming to you from Tasmania, Australia, and I'm here to share some guidance for Monday and Tuesday. That's Monday the 1st of October and Tuesday the 2nd of October. So extra special welcome to my Temple of Balance patrons, my Pillar of Light family, and all of those of you who do support my work through my website. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate it. So if you're new to watching, welcome. What I'm going to be doing is using my Speed of Light Oracle cards. Now I'm going to be looking for the best card for Monday, the best card for Tuesday, and the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. So I trust that something shared will be helpful and supportive for you in this moment when you connect. Just remember to take on board what feels right to you, what resonates, what makes sense, and just let the rest go. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't matter. Just let it go. It's like that, I think, in life. If something doesn't resonate, if something doesn't mean anything to us, then we don't need to stew about it. We can just kind of recognize that and let it go. Sometimes I think we hold on too tightly to too many things that aren't really relevant. So it's appropriate not just for these readings, but for our everyday life as well. So let's see what happens. I'm going to shuffle the cards and trust that the best card will find its way to the top for Monday the 1st of October. So I'm just going to shuffle, hold the intention, and then stop shuffling when I feel I need to. Then I'll split the deck into 2 and take this top card. So our best card, I trust, for Monday the 1st of October, it's a beautiful energy around for the first 2, by the way, is this. We have Rosemary card 20. And the keywords say beauty, self-love, kindness, and balance. So she's saying or reminding us that it's favourable on Monday to turn our focus inward and think about, and I had a big conversation on this topic actually in a video I did, a live stream that froze a lot on Sunday, I think. I'm not sure when it was. Yesterday. What day is it? It is Monday. I'm in a bit of a time warp. Anyway, a day or 2 ago I did share a video. I talked a lot about self-love, like heaps about it. Have a look on my Facebook page if you missed it in the video library. But we talked a lot about self-love, and it's coming up again in this card. And this is reminding us to think more favourably about ourselves. That some of us, perhaps you, might have been being too self-critical, too self-doubtful lately, and that it's good to acknowledge that you have been, or acknowledge that we have been, and then do something to turn that around. So take some steps to nourish and nurture and support ourselves so that we can turn that self-criticism, that self-doubt, that self-loathing around into self-love and self-acceptance and self-appreciation. And these are really good practical things to start implementing in our life. Because when we feel better about ourselves, other people around us benefit. So instead of focusing so much on other people's needs and making other people feel comfortable and happy and neglecting ourselves, that just tires us. So sometimes the best help we can be to other people that we love and that we care for is to look after ourselves. So for some of us, this may be really appropriate for Monday to make some time to spend nurturing and supporting who we are so that we can help others and have more energy to do what we need to do in our life. And for some of us, that is helping other people. So we cannot help other people if we're just constantly drained. It's draining, and in fact it becomes a chore. When something turns from a passion into a chore, then there might be a lack of balance there. So let's look at how we can revive ourselves, recharge our batteries so that we can then go about the tasks and the chores and the helping and the things that we need to do or want to do in our life. So this card talks about looking inside. It talks about self-love, being kind to ourselves, but also balance. So if you're looking for balance in your life, it will always start when you find balance within yourself. So especially on a physical level, so with your physical body, your physical life, including your relationships, your work situation and things like that, your home, your finances, these are all connected with your physical balance. Also emotionally, how balanced are you emotionally? How balanced are you mentally? And how balanced are you spiritually? And bringing all those together and finding your balance, doing your best to maintain your balance and making some adjustments when you get off balance will also help ripple that balance, that harmonic energy that you feel inside, that space that you feel, will ripple that out into your life. So if you're looking for balance in areas of your life, including your relationships, your workplace, your home, it might be good to turn your focus inward and look at how can you find your own balance inside first, and then that will ripple out. So it's good to notice what's out of balance. There's sometimes a fine line between keeping the old story alive and honestly looking at something that you might have an issue with so we can clear it, let it go, and find our balance again. So, it is sometimes a juggling act. It is sometimes a very fine line that we walk. Sometimes it's just a small thing that knocks us off balance. And then at other times, that similar small thing we couldn't even care less about. And it might be something big that knocks us off balance, or it might take us a lot. We might be quite tolerant. It might take a lot to pull us off balance sometimes. So it just depends. It's a constant dance and ebb and flow. How you find balance today might be different, very different from how you used to find balance a year ago or 5 years ago or 10 years ago. So it's always changing and adjusting and moving, and we have to kind of move with that as best as we can. So long story short, Monday's guidance is about self-love. It's about balance. It's about reclaiming responsibility for how we feel and for our life, and taking some steps to make some adjustments and changes if we need to. And if we're not sure how to go about making changes, what can we do? We can think about stepping back from our situation and become almost like a third party. Like if you were looking in on a friend's struggle in a relationship, and as the third person, you might be able to look at that situation and be able to offer advice. It's harder. It's not impossible, but it is and can be harder to find the solution or find a way out when we're in the middle of the drama or the chaos. So sometimes just taking a step back by taking a deep breath, sometimes by taking a walk, going for a drive into nature, something that gives you a break from your everyday can help give you a new perspective. And from that new perspective, you might be able to find something that can help you. But also don't forget all the resources you've been collecting your whole life. that you can use to help yourself. So that's the guidance for Monday, the 1st of October. I trust it makes sense to you. Now I'm looking for the best card for Tuesday, the 2nd of October. So nice deep breath. And we'll go with this card. For Tuesday, it's Initiation, card 21. And it says mastery, milestone, progression, and greatness. So this talks about once we've connected in with ourselves, like what Monday's card suggests, of looking inward, turning our gaze inside, this card is about opening up through the body. So opening up through the front of our body, which means opening up in the present moment, opening up to our sensitivity, our vulnerability, and letting ourselves move forward or step forward. So this talks about a sense of perhaps a milestone that we've reached on Tuesday, or a milestone at this time. It talks about reaching a point in our life where we may be recognised or acknowledged for the work that we've done or the effort that we've made. And the initiation part of this brings with it sometimes some tests, or a test to make sure that we have really learned what we've been exploring lately, that we've really learned that lesson as we step forward and become initiated into the next stage, the next step in our life. So there seems to be, like from what I've felt, it's already the 1st of October here as I'm recording this, and it's about 11 or 12 o'clock in the morning or noon. It's around that time period, and I've noticed a huge shift already, almost like stepping through a really big door as I personally stepped into October. So, and in fact, it feels quite similar to this card, stepping through and really opening up through the body and stepping or being initiated, stepping into that next level, stepping into that new doorway. So we might find new opportunities around at this time, especially on Tuesday, but really thinking about staying open and allowing ourselves to move forward as we become initiated into the next stage, the next level, the next room, the next chapter, the next phase of our life. So very exciting. This brings quite an uplifting, heightened energy to the guidance for Monday and Tuesday. So let's now look for the best card for the theme for Monday and Tuesday. So the theme card will help us bring these days together and help us see the bigger picture for Monday and Tuesday. So while I'm shuffling, I'll just get you up to speed on a couple of things. First of all, it is a new month, so welcome to October. Keep an eye out, and you've probably already received, because I've already started doing it earlier today. Lots of blog articles will be coming through. I will be sending out the October Words of Wisdom, hopefully today. Should be today. I don't see why it wouldn't be. So maybe later on today. You should receive that in your inbox if you're on my mailing list, or keep an eye out in my blog section on my website. I've already sent a couple of blog articles out. Our current energy report has also gone out for today. And our new theme focus for October for our Pillar of Light family is around spiritual connections. And this week we're looking deeply at our spirituality from a personal perspective, so that personal element, because I found that you know, a lot of people, a lot of us think that spirituality has to be something that other people tell us what to do or how to practice that spirituality, but I do feel it's a very personal thing, so it's something I really want to cover this first week. So lots of stuff going out. We've got new meditations, healing events coming up. If you want to get on board, just have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au, especially the family tab. That's where you'll see the Pillar of Light family and the Patreon link as well, because that's where you can really get involved with my work on a day-to-day level, supportive level. So that's that. Let's now look for the theme card while I'm shuffling and allowing it to come forward. The best card for the theme is this here. I love it when that happens. Card 21, initiation again. So this is amplifying what I talked about before, but it's also talking about Monday and Tuesday, that this is a favourable time to step forward now in our life, to take everything to the next level, to pass the tests that we've been going through. It's a bit like sitting an exam. When we sit an exam, it's not new information unless we haven't been studying. Our exam is questions and focused around what we've been learning all semester or all year or what have you, whatever the time period is. So as we sit these exams, as we sit the tests at this time, we have learned a lot of the stuff that we've been tested on. We've studied, we've learned, we've experienced, at least recently. So if you notice that something you're being tested on or something you're struggling with in your life right now, if you just stop and feel on it for a moment and then feel back, when did you feel like this before? Have you recently just explored something like this? Why is it coming up again? Probably because it's a test. It's an initiation sort of test that you're going through to make sure you've really learned what you've been learning. So then you can go to the next level, the next grade. Like if you were sitting an exam, you go to the next grade at school or the next level of your diploma or whatever you were sitting for. It's exactly the same in life, and it seems to be, with this card coming up for the theme and for it coming up for Tuesday, that it might be a bit of a thing that's going on for some of us at the moment, being tested. So know that we are qualified to pass this test. So let's move our way through it. Let's remember what we've already learned so we can finish this test, finish this exam, and step through the doorway, the gateway, the portal to the next level. Open up the chapter of the next phase of our book. Step through that door and step into that new room that awaits us. So very exciting energy around. So yeah, just remember to stay in your heart as best as you can. There's still a lot of focused energy around, so it's a very favourable time for our mind to actually work with us. It doesn't always do that. So while we're in a space of, having really a great attention span, I guess, or focus on the things that we're doing that really supports our productivity and our focus right now, let's run with it. Because it's really quite strong energy and quite strong mentally. So see how you go, and I trust this makes sense for you. I've used my Speed of Light Oracle cards today, and these have been completely created by me. There's 55 cards in this deck. If you want to learn more about them, please have a look on my website at templeofbalance.com.au. My new deck, the Animal Kingdom Oracle cards, are currently at the printers. I still don't have any news about the printing being finished. So we've actually passed I thought we'd hear about it in September, but we haven't. So I will let you know on our Facebook page, the Animal Kingdom Oracle Cards Facebook page, the moment I hear news and information. So we're supposed to be launching the deck this month in October. The longer it takes for me to hear from my printer, I guess, the more we're pushing that closer towards November. But at this stage, it's just the 1st of October. I'm hoping it will still be October that we can launch this. So I will let you know as soon as I hear. If a week passes and I still haven't heard anything, then we might need to push the launch into November. But I will let you know. I'm very aware of it, and I will keep you informed. So thanks so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, hit the thumbs up button. Please show us some love. Please comment or share if you're inspired to. And if you want to connect more privately, just send us a message through our website. So I'll be back to share with you again soon. Some guidance later in the week or in a few days, and I'll be sharing a few personal live streams every now and then just to check on the Facebook live streaming situation in regards to freezing. So thanks for watching, and sending you lots of love from my heart to yours. Have a fantastic couple of days, and I'll chat with you again real soon. So thank you, and namaste. Namaste means that the divine, the creator in me, honours and acknowledges the divine, the creator in you, that we are equal, we are one. So thank you for being who you are, and namaste.